Okay, go ahead and turn it on. Oh wow, man, this thing is like the Matrix. Check it out. That's cool. What is up, DIY Nation? Welcome back to UFloor, the channel bringing you tips and tricks to help you with your next flooring project. And today, we're taking a look at the CIGMAN Laser Level. Now let me start off by saying I'm not sponsored by CIGMAN and they're not paying me to make this video. They simply saw one of my videos and contacted me and wanted to know, hey, if we send you a couple of our laser levels, would you make a video with them and showcase our product? Now let me tell you, I used to do cabinets. I still do, but I used to too. Shout out to Mitch Hedberg. Anyway, there was a guy next door who was using a laser level and he was installing cabinets next door to me, and the efficiency that he had with that laser level and how quick he was able to get started versus the way that I was doing it with the tape measure and trying to find the highest point and drawing lines all over the wall, he was able to get in there and bust those things out quick. And I told myself right then, dude, I want one of those laser levels, and I've always wanted one. And now I have a company that's wanting to send me 2 free laser levels, and they wanted to give my viewers a 20% discount by using a special code. I'm human. I'm in. But after sitting with it for about a week and brainstorming, I was like, man, how am I going to use this on a floor job? And I actually started feeling guilty because I didn't know if I was going to be able to come up with a good quality video to use these laser levels on, and almost sent them back. But I got on a job where we had to install some Allure, and I had to snap a line that was over 50 foot long, and my starting point for the floor was back in a vestibule. So I needed to make sure I had a good control line. I didn't want to have to snap 50 lines in order to get my control line to pull off of for that back vestibule. So I pulled the laser level out. Did you guys know that these things shine a line on the floor? I didn't either. So no more chalk lines for me. From now on, I'll be using the laser level, and I'll be able to adjust it and tweak it to where I need to, especially when using it as a control line when you're having to install flooring in multiple rooms. So if you're interested in seeing how I put this baby to use on my floor job, stay tuned. And we actually have a cabinet job coming up next week, and I'm going to be using the laser level on that. So make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way YouTube will notify you when I put that video out. All right, so I've wasted enough of your guys' time. Let's go inside and get after it. Today we're going to have to do some flooring, and we're doing Allure. So I have this big long area that I have to find off the wall the same distance, but then it comes back through a doorway in the vestibule. Now, ideally we wouldn't want to start up there if we were doing laminate or something, because we can always click in backwards, but this stuff is the sticky stuff, so it sticks and it goes forward. It's not really a product that you can install backwards. So in order to make sure that I'm installing along this real long wall right here straight and being able to start back in that vestibule in a good area, I'm going to try to use this laser level and spin that thing to where I can get a good line off the long wall, and that'll give me the line that I need to go back there and start. But here's the laser level that these people sent me. And then I have the Big Daddy, the green one in here too, so I don't know if we're going to have to fire that one up today. But the reason this is so awesome, I think, is because in the past I've had to just kind of guess, you know, bump off the wall 7 inches, come off the wall 7 inches, snap a line, check it back there, and it's, you know, plus it's out of square, and oh my goodness, we're like 3/4 of an inch. Let me snap another one. Anybody got some blue chalk, because I got a red line over here and I can't tell, and we snap that, and oh my goodness, it's which line is it? And so with the laser level, it can just be tweaked, twisted, whatever, and the line is just temporary, but it's straight as an arrow. Why? Because it's a laser. Alright, so we went out there in the hallway, and I guess it's so bright out there we couldn't even see the red line. So we're going to pull Big Daddy out and see if it makes a difference, whether it's green or maybe it's more powerful. But take a look at this thing. Woo! We're about to get out there and line something. This one's for the professionals. So just letting you know. It even comes with a little stand, look. Huh? About that. I wonder if it'll shine on the ground. That's pretty cool. Alright, here we go. We're going to go check this thing out. This thing is like the Matrix. That's 6 7/8. So we need to figure out how to get that off the wall so that it's underneath the cove base, but it's still at 6 7/8 all the way across, so we can get our line where that vestibule is. Alright, 6 7/8 is our number. Let's go. Alright, so we got Kelly down here, and she's looking at this tape measure with the laser level, and I'm down at that end, and I'm telling you, you know what they say about whenever you move something just like a tweak, by the time it gets out there on a V, it is really expanded. I'm like barely touching it with my pencil, and I'm moving it a half an inch. I'm gonna show you how sensitive it is, okay? So we're trying to get to 7, okay?
Are we gonna move it off and then back on? It's there.
It's at 7 right now?
Well, not anymore.
All right, well, hold on, I'm moving it out because I wasn't at 7. Okay, I am at 6 and 15, 16. Trying to pull this out to where I'm at 7. All right, so here I'm at 7 inches. See, with the green light? Kelly's down there reading that, so I want to show you how sensitive it is. Where are we at, Kelly?
You're at about 4.5.
She says we're at 4.5 inches, and I'm just going to tap this with my pencil. I mean, barely tap it.
Stop. That's 6.5 right
We went to 6.5 inches, and I barely tapped it, so I'm just going to tap it a little bit.
Okay, 1 tap back.
She says 1 tap back, and on my end, I didn't even feel it or see it move. She says barely light tap, so I could probably just blow on it. How's that? No?
That's it.
Look, I swear I barely touched it. I mean, I just barely touched it. So you're saying you're at 7?
I am on the 7 line.
Okay, so we're at 7 inches here. And we're at 7 inches there. So that's beautiful. So we want to snap a line, right? But we want to make sure that we go all the way across this area right here. So what do? We pull our string to that laser right there. Right? We snap our line from there all the way there. It should be pretty straight all the way down this wall because it's 7 inches off the wall. Alright, so there we go. So we're going to mark our crow's foot, snap a line. That's beautiful. That was awesome. So we didn't get a chance to use the red one because I didn't think it would show up, but if I'd have put that box down there, I probably could have used the red one. I mean, I'll pull it out later just to test it and see, but we got to get snapping some lines and get some floors laid. So we're off. Talk to you guys later. I'll show you some progress. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we got this line snapped. You can see, boom. We're 7 inches off the wall, all the way down, according to our laser. And now that we have this line snapped all the way through, I don't know why I'm holding the camera sideways. I feel like I'm pulling the gun. Then I can pull off that wall to this. This line right here is called a control line, and it's to help control the flow of the floor and keep it straight all the way. It gives us a reference point to make sure that we're not crooked going into that vestibule. Alright, so we're about to get ready to lay some floor in there, and we'll check back in with you on the progress pics. There you go, that's how you snap a line all the way across using the laser level. Alright, so I went through here and used the pencil to trace the red line. That way Kelly can go ahead to sleep and we can get this floor completely sleep without losing our lines. Now it's pencil. So let's get this measurement here. 88 5/8. 89, so off by 3/8. So we had a little bit of discrepancy back there by the door of the vestibule, so that first piece is going to have to be cut just a little bit out of square. It's 3/8, which is not bad. It's not that bad for a wall that long. So I'm going to use a trick I learned from Joe Latender. Shout out to Joe Latender. You guys go check him out. That's how you do that. So that's how you do that on his channel. And we're going to figure out where I need to start and how big that plank needs to be. Basically, I'm just going to be laying this down on top of one, directly on top of it. And then, of course, we did from the front of our plank here. So we're going to measure back about 88 and see what we got. Okay, so as you can see right here, it's kind of an actual visual of what it's going to look like. So I'm over here at 89 and 88 5/8, which is this right here. So what that tells me is I'm wanting to count the planks, right? Count the planks, and I'm wanting to come up to the front of this one right here. So that's where, because here's 89 and here's 88 and 5/8. So that first plank is going to be in this section right here. So we need to count the planks backwards and figure out where that is, and then snap a line right there. As we can see right now, I mean, I'm looking at the number, and it is right at 84 and 15/16 from the other side of that sticky point over there to the actual crack right here. So I can pull 84 and 15/16 and snap me a new line, and that'll give me my starting point in there. Even though that wall's a little bit crooked, we'll be able to run it straight and then join in with our straight line that we pop down the hall. Alright, here we go. Alright, so here we are. We put 84 and 15/16 on my line that we snapped all the way down this hallway here. And now we're back in and we just need to adjust it. So there's 84 and 15/16 right there. So, to where it is on the back of that plank, and then I can mark the front. Make sense? The mark I just made is to the crack, so in order to get it to the front of the sticky part of the plank, I need to move it out 7/8 of an inch, and then I could snap my line. Alright, so I measured to the back where that crack was, made a line, then of course you know it's going to clip in with the one behind, so I measured 7/8 up from that line, and that's where we're going to snap our new one, and that's where the face of this tab is going to go down. Good. And now we can take our tape measure and measure off the wall to the line here to get all these cuts in here. That's going to be our starting spot. Fix it, get rolling. Here we go. Alright guys, so it looks like we made it. We actually lined that down here. Just going to go pretty good. Hold the white paper up underneath. Well guys, that brings us to a close for this video. I tell you what, when you have to join two floors together, it is so rewarding when they land perfectly. I enjoyed the concept of using the laser level to find my control line and made starting in that odd bump out not so difficult. I want to thank the people over at CIGMAN Laser Levels again, and I'm sure we'll be putting this thing to use on future jobs. Hey, don't forget, if you're interested in one of these things, right now you can get a 20% discount by using this code. I'll also leave it in the description. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope to see you guys on the next one. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Peace.